Welcome to the video commemorating the 50th anniversary celebration of the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinic's Pharmacy Residency Training Programs. My name is Steve Rao, Director of Pharmacy for the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics and Program Director for the 2-year administrative residency with a combined master's degree in Health System Pharmacy Administration. In the past 50 years at UW Hospital, we've seen many changes, many significant achievements, and incredible innovation. What started in 1962 as a 2-year residency training and master's program in hospital pharmacy with 1 resident has grown into 9 distinct residency programs training 22 pharmacy residents each year. And it was the start of this program in 1962 that marked the birth of progressive thinking and innovation within our department. Since that time, we've been a national leader in the areas of pharmacy practice advancement, medication safety, research, new business development, early adoption of technology and automation, and of course in the development and mentoring of tomorrow's leaders within the profession. Additionally, a strong focus on succession planning has enabled residents to see firsthand the impact that effective leadership transitions can have on a department's sustained success. Since the program's inception, every major pharmacy advancement at UW Hospital has been led by a pharmacy resident. And while we are proud of the professional transformation and success that residents experience during their time in our program, we are especially proud of the sustained record of professional excellence and success that they've experienced throughout their careers. This video has been commissioned to highlight the legacy of our program that was started in 1962 by a man named Win Durant and the impact that UW residency programs have had on the residents and the profession of pharmacy for over 50 years.
In 1951, Win Durant graduated from the Colorado College School of Pharmacy. After finishing pharmacy school, he worked for Squibb as a sales representative for a year and a half, and soon found that that's probably not what he wanted to do. He answered an ad in the paper for a hospital pharmacy job at the University of Nebraska Hospital and quickly moved up to be what they called chief pharmacist, even though it was a very small operation. After 4 years, he met a person by the name of Paul Parker, who many people know as a very famous hospital pharmacist at the University of Chicago, who encouraged him to apply for a job there. He left for the University of Chicago as assistant chief pharmacist. From there, then he went and interviewed at the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics, and was given the job as chief pharmacist in 1959. At that time, he arrived, and one of the first things he did was start a residency program, which started in 1962, where Dave Zills was the first resident.
Win Durant started with a department that was very cluttered, very dirty, had lots of problems, and his first job was to clean it up. But from there, he built a program over a series of years. There's 4 things that I remember most about Win. Number 1 is that you have to have a continuous improvement in your operations, which means continuous innovation, and he never stopped pushing that. The second part of his plan was that you had to work effectively with the medical staff. Administration gives you the money, but the medical staff gives you the influence to get things done. His third component, looking at the residency, was you had to have a strong academic component and associations and influence.
That summer, Win Durant brought us all together and put his 10-year plan together that he told us this is where the pharmacy department is going to be going over the next 10 years. Every one of those programs was implemented by 1975. The only way that we implemented those programs was they were all resident research projects. So he early on said to get things done in the hospital, every resident should select a project that we need to implement and to be a successful program, and that is still continued today.
While the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinics have seen much change over the years, the reputation of the pharmacy department and the residency training programs have remained constant.
In my experience with the pharmacy administrative resident program, everything has been very positive. The administrative residents have turned out to be assets to my daily work.
The UWHC Pharmacy Department is stellar, known everywhere, locally, regionally, nationally. It really is one of the most outstanding programs in the country.
Pharmacy residents have long played a significant role in advancing pharmacy services at UW. From advancing drug distribution services in the 1960s, to leading decentralized, patient-focused pharmacy services in the 1970s, to ambulatory practice expansion in the 1980s, to leading the automation revolution of the 1990s and the electronic health record innovations seen in the 2000s, pharmacy residents have always been the driving workforce behind UW's innovation. In turn, graduates of the University of Wisconsin Hospital and Clinic's pharmacy residency training programs have learned the skills necessary to effectively lead pharmacy practice advancement throughout the nation. 50 years from the program's inception, the early values instilled by Wynn Durant remain the core strengths of the UW residency programs.
I think the residency program at university hospitals has been a national leader. I doubt whether there's many in the country that have been larger or have been in existence any longer. The residency program, the training program, has had a tremendous impact on the pharmacy, the quality of services we've seen, quality improvement projects, research, everything that we do.
When I interviewed for the program, someone told me the most important thing you'll get out of this program is being able to do more than you could possibly do in the time that you have, and you'll do it.
The UW Pharmacy Program, residency program, has had just a profound impact on my life, on my career. It helped me appreciate that everything is possible. You know, through the leadership that I observed and through the mentors that I had, that's really what I took away.
We learned that if you work hard and you really put your mind to something, you can make it happen.
It taught me that if you have the right attitude and you have perseverance and determination, anything is possible. There's nothing you want to achieve that cannot be achieved.
Well, professionally, it's been everything to me. I mean, it gave me the tools that I needed to succeed. And I think if you look at most residents who have gone through the program, I think they'll tell you the same thing, that they came to this program with a certain set of skills, a certain set of inherent abilities, but it wasn't until they got into the residency that they realized how they could leverage those skills to be successful professionally.
We really learned how to set our goals high, and if you were forced to set your goals high, you could actually accomplish more than you ever thought.
Another very important thing that I learned, you know, during the residency and then also subsequently in the years that I worked as a manager at UW, was that you had to have high expectations of the people that worked for you. That was something that really allowed people to be all that they could be.
The program really instilled values in terms of practice. It instilled perseverance. It instilled doing things the right way, questioning, and looking at what's best for the patient as well as what's best for the organization.
Some of the things or values that Tom Tilke really planted in me as a resident is never giving up and making sure that for whatever you do, make sure you light the fire within and make sure that you give it your best foot and really giving it your best effort.
I really learned the importance of self-reflection and the ability to think on my feet. Gave me a lot of opportunities to practice and receive feedback.
What I always reflect on is the tremendous amount of things that we got done at UW Hospital when I was a resident, all the great people that I was able to work with to help us get it done, including the residents that were in my class and the residents that followed me. I always think about those times and how wonderful it was to have really good colleagues like that.
Not so much on the things that happened, the activities that were done, but the people that I was associated with at the time that I was doing those. And so reflecting on over the years what was the most memorable things, it was always being associated with somebody get something done.
This program has a history and it has a success rate and has a group of people that allows you to develop yourself professionally. What I really wanted to do was to get the best skills and abilities to take care of patients.
It really helped me to understand the process of medication therapy management and how it occurs one-on-one with the patient, but then also moving forward and how it occurs at the organizational level. How would you implement that sort of a program? And that's been a huge important part of my future career and something that I do on a daily basis.
From the patient care experience, I really took away the importance of listening and empathy. And I really try to apply that every day in my management of people or situations or clients.
I think a lot about systems thinking and the development of systems thinking and engineering principles that allow the distribution of product as well as the development of clinical services in my surroundings. I also think about the practice model that's at the University of Wisconsin and developing practice models and, most importantly, services that our patients need in order to provide direct patient care.
I think what UW has done is kind of develop this equation for success and how we go about not only being a leader but a pharmacist, and that's really being people-oriented, being really patient-focused, always knowing that you will persevere and being determined in whatever you do, whether it's a simple daily task at your job or it's implementing a new clinical pharmacy service.
Being focused on excellence. As we wrote papers to graduate from the residency program, you had to make sure that it was written to a certain quality. And day in and day out, your preceptors, your mentors through the pharmacy residency program are working on you or working with you to make sure that the end product is excellent.
But it was really all about ensuring that pharmacy was recognized, that pharmacy was able to demonstrate their value and our value to patients. And was it either in cost savings or a new program implementation, it was very important for the residents to learn that and to learn how to communicate that information on a daily basis.
Working at UWHC and being a part of the residency program really helped me understand the value of the pharmacist and the value of the pharmacy department. Not just the pharmacist, but the collective efforts and experience and contribution that the entire department can have towards patient care and the hospital in general.
You know, UW in general was really good about capitalizing on the diversity of people in the residency, people on staff, people that they engaged with. And it was really taking a look at utilizing everyone's strengths and their talents to serve the department's goals and expectations. And I think we did that well, and we learned how to do that well by working together in the department as well as working with other departments and having them understand and appreciate the value of pharmacy.
There's a lot of great memories around the residency program. One of the things in reflecting back that I think was extremely important is the preceptor dedication to resident learning. And that's something that I truly valued. It wasn't like as a resident you were just a resident, you were part of the UW pharmacy department and the team. And I felt like I was able to have an impact not only on the patients that I served, but also on the department while I was here.
It really prepared me to understand what it means to follow through on tasks and really keep working towards an ultimate long-term project. So I clearly remember one of our resident seminars was with Dave Zills, and he shared the fact that pharmacy is always going to be changing. And so I think that that was a really important point during his seminar, to understand the importance of being flexible and to really accept change and recognize that the profession is always going to be changing. So we either need to get on board with that change, or it's going to bypass us and we're not going to be part of the most innovative processes.
The UW residency really got me started in my career, really helped sort of lay the foundation of where I wanted to go, what my experiences were during residency, and how I could build upon them. So, you know, getting started and getting that foundation was key to to kind of getting me into where I'm at today.
Being a leader and being willing to take risks and having a support network of people who will help you achieve better care for patients was rewarded and encouraged. And I think without the residency experience that I had, I wouldn't have the confidence to do the things that I do today when it comes to trying to advance practice.
Because I was at UWHC, I really formed the confidence to work with physicians and to work with other pharmacy providers as I move forward into my career. It was a great opportunity, and without it, I don't think I would have been the pharmacist I am today.
The collaboration that I had with some really great leaders. As a resident, I was precepted by both Win Durand and Dave Zills, and the opportunity to spend 2 years with those two people had an unbelievable effect on my life and certainly set many things in place for my entire career.
From a professional standpoint, I would say that completing the residency program was easily the best professional decision I ever made. There isn't a job of my 3 jobs that I've had throughout my career that hasn't been, I got the job because I was supported by a past resident who encouraged me, encouraged people to hire me, and who took a risk on me, and who mentored me in that position to be successful. So I would say it's safe to say I owe my professional success entirely to the decision to complete the UW Administrative Residency Program.
If I could describe what the UWHC residency meant for me in my career in one word, it would be priceless. And you know, the thing that comes to my mind is the old adage that you guys have no doubt heard as residents and fellow residents: you get out of a residency what you put in. And I truly feel like I got 10 years of experience in my 2 years here.
It pushed me beyond my comfort zone and made me go after new experiences, and I think that's one of the big parts of the mentorship of the program.
But it was during those trips that I really got insight, because we'd be in his little Ford Mustang driving for hours, and that gave the real chance for me to understand his thinking, and he was very candid about what was working, what wasn't working, how to get things done. That was very insightful.
The experience at UW as a resident provides you with the leadership skills to succeed anywhere, and I think that's really part of the key to this program. When you look at the directory of our residents and you flip through, and we show this to candidates, we give them the guide, we give them the list of the names, and they look through and they see leader after leader after leader, success story after success story, and that's really independent of where they are. You see a lot of pharmacy directors, yeah, you do, but you also see a lot of people who are leaders in a lot of different areas, and I think that's really the key.
Relationships matter. It's incredible how important partnerships are. You know, even with people that you wouldn't think, you're not sure where the road is leading, but you think that there's something there. It's what your gut tells you. So just really building on those relationships, because you can accomplish great things together.
UWHC helped to prepare me for moving on to a career by giving me the tools I needed both as a professional and as a leader. I've gotten to work on new task forces to advance our practice at UWHC since I've continued to stay on after my second year residency. In addition, I've worked well with providers to really form new relationships that haven't been there before. I like to think of them as collaborative relationships where I can involve residents and students and interns in projects that they wouldn't normally have the opportunity to be a part of.
As a resident, you needed to figure out how to influence beyond your current environment through the association world and through medical influence.
The importance of forming good relationships with the medical staff. And you know, I think about the relationships with physicians such as Dr. Mackey that our department had a really good relationship with that also helped to advance clinical practice.
I also learned the value of relationships, how much my friends and my Wisconsin family mean to me, and that they're always there to support me through everything that I do.
I've met some of my best friends. My sister moved to Madison, so I've been really lucky to call UW my home.
The camaraderie of the residency classes all together, administrative, practice, critical care.
And they see the camaraderie and that we were always hanging out together. We were a team of 5, it seemed like.
The work ethic in Wisconsin is, I'd say, legendary.
I think the other thing that you learn in this program is you learn how to work hard and play hard, so you could still work circles around people from a lot of other parts of the country when you got to the place that you went to practice, but still bring some of the Wisconsin traditions with you when you went to other parts of the country.
We worked extremely hard, but we also learned how to play hard, and we also always had little gatherings over a few brandy Manhattans to kind of rejuvenate ourselves.
So if I had to describe my personal residency legacy, it would be probably not unlike what a lot of others would say, and that's I worked hard and I played hard. And I think that was true for my class, the class before me, the class after me. We're very tight. We worked hard, we studied together, we worked together, and we partied together. We had a great time.
I learned how to work hard and play hard, and I think that's sort of the motto of the Department of Pharmacy.
Definitely learning the work hard, play hard mentality and spending some quality hours at the Blue Moon and possibly the Hody Bar and just taking all that we could from this experience.
The residency clearly helped me to advance my career, not only in the jobs that I've had, but also my involvement with professional organizations. Without having completed the Wisconsin residency, I doubt I would be where I am today. And but people have to remember it's not just the legacy of the program. It's the fact that what you learn in the program allows you to go out in the world and work hard and work smart and achieve things.
The University of Wisconsin network has to do with the branded and the quality brand that's known with the University of Wisconsin residency product. And I'm proud to be a part of that, as well as helping develop that for the future.
Well, the UW network is pretty fabulous, actually, and what's good about all the leaders in the department is they keep that network together.
The UW network is an amazing thing. There are people that have been to this school or connected to this program in so many positions of leadership and influence and authority across the country, across the globe now. It's amazing.
The network's amazing, and I think it's probably more amazing to people outside of the network than it is to those of us in the network.
You know, people outside the UW network recognize that easily, and it comes as a great source of pride that you say you belong to this group.
The UW network really means two big things to me. Number one, pride, and number two, friendship.
And you see just where all these graduates from the program have gone. You go to another city and you know that there's a University of Wisconsin graduate there, and they will welcome you, they will help you. So it's just knowing that you're always in good hands, and it goes back to, again, once a Wisconsinite, you will always be a Wisconsinite.
And the network's all about relationships. You always have someone you can call on. If you're having a tough time professionally or personally, there's always somebody you know.
When I look back at my career, I've never made a career move without consulting the network. I've never even considered a job that didn't come from someone who's part of that network.
It's always interesting to encounter people that know someone within UW and just feel that sense of a network and a support system. So it's very clear that it's certainly world-renowned and something that people recognize.
The UW network has really allowed us to be flexible with our careers and pursue opportunities that we may not have been able to pursue had we gone to other programs. And that network's actually pretty incredible because you're working on a project or initiative in your institution, or you're looking for an idea or perspective, it's just a phone call away.
It's like a marriage or a long-term relationship. It's a commitment to our residency program and bettering one another. Not only has UW helped us become better leaders, pharmacists, and people, but we do the same to our fellow UW colleagues.
When attending meetings, national meetings, state meetings, local meetings, pretty much anybody that I'm interacting with has a connection back to the Wisconsin network, and so it's great to see the legacy that the network has, and I'm very proud to be a part of it.
My only concluding remark on this signal event, the 50th anniversary of the residency program, is that it's been a great ride. It's been absolutely fascinating to me over the last 40 years since I came here from Boston and Harvard to have seen the growth of the pharmacy. It was already an excellent pharmacy when I came. It's becoming a world-renowned pharmacy with a great residency program that has enormously improved everything that it does and has been fundamental and has resulted in hundreds and hundreds of bright young people who've gone out to people pharmacies across the country and abroad and become directors and become international leaders in their own right. It's been a fulfilling thing to see and make me realize how a well-run department can have an international impact.
You've now heard from many past residents about the influence of the program on their lives and careers and the lasting memories these experiences have created. Their hard work throughout the eras has kept UW Hospital on the cutting edge of pharmacy services. I'm hopeful that today we live up to the vision that Wynn Durant set back in 1962 for our program to be a top training facility for pharmacy leaders, and that through the training of generations of leaders, we've been successful in preserving his high standards for our program. I am also hopeful that this video has conveyed many of the elements and ideals that have inspired both the consistent vision for advancing pharmacy practice and the culture that have sustained our department and residency program for 50 years. I would like to say thank you to everyone who has played a role in making our program what it is today. Thank you to all past residents and all past honorary residents of our program, and to our current residents and staff and past and present leadership teams of the UW Hospital Pharmacy Department. Go Badgers and on Wisconsin.